We join commentator Peter Brackley in the first half.
Here's Beecham. He'll be a man with much to prove today, having been put on the transfer list. Couldn't fire it through, and it squeezed away off Gittins and into the very grateful arms of Alan Knight. Now O'Sullivan has made the run here. Thorne setting off through the middle, still O'Sullivan. Support arriving from Beecham. It's a good cross too. No, the flag's up. The flag's up. Thorne's header is wide anyway, but the linesman was already flagging for offside. Nyholt. There's Hall from Russell's pass. He's got great pace, Hall. He's going all the way here. Burton was up with him. That's a really good save by Fraser Digby, who came out so bravely and so decisively too. Vivash to Nyholt. Little flick by Beecham. This is Vivash. Oh, it's a good cross too. Oh, Thorne at the far post. Couldn't quite guide it in. Alan Knight was left struggling on the cross then. Thorne at the far post. Just needed a better connection. Peter Thorne, who scored 8 times for Swindon, but none since Jan Fjortoft has gone then. Butters. Rather aimlessly forward though. Thompson and Taylor going for the same ball, and they've let Preki in. Oh, dreadful defending by Swindon. And they've paid the price. It's let in Preki. Taylor and Thompson, what were they thinking of there? The back pass doesn't reach the goalkeeper. In nips Preki, and Pompey take the lead. Todd has come up and Vivash, so there's plenty of height in there for Swindon. There's Vivash, beaten though by Butters, fired through. Taylor! O'Sullivan with the shot that was flicked on by Taylor. And no one would have been more relieved if that had gone in than Sean Taylor, who was involved in the mix-up at the other end that led to the goal. Butters only partially clearing. It's fired through by O'Sullivan. Taylor, well, he may have been offside anyway. Beecham now. It's not a bad cross in. Thorne. Really good header then by Peter Thorne, who had to stretch to reach the cross. And it's just wide. Beecham with the cross. And the header just wide of goal from Peter Thorne. King's persistence. But it's only produced a throw, thanks to the efforts of Robbie Pethick. Vivash now. Thorne again lurking in the middle. Great goalkeeping by Alan Knight. As Thorne thundered into him. But certainly he's proving a handful this afternoon, Peter Thorne. But still nothing going Swindon's way in front of goal. Burton is the target here. Todd underneath it. Now Rees, so intelligently wide too to McLaughlin. Danger for Swindon now. McLaughlin looking outside it for support. He's gone to Burton instead. And he rather scuffed his shot then. It was a good opening, carved out by Pompey. Deon Burton, a young man they think very highly of at Fratton Park. Getting his chance in the team in the absence of Jerry Craney. He's turned well enough, but firing his shot wide. Ling for Swindon. This is Todd. His mistake might get punished now. Burton, he's taken it very cleanly. Still Burton. Good save by Digby. McLaughlin. This is Preki. Now McLaughlin again. Burton in the middle. Russell has to fetch it. He can't do so. But another let off there for Swindon. And again of their own making, really. They gave the ball away too easily, and it was Burton who was released. And he couldn't quite accept his opportunity. Thompson's header. Straight to Rees, though. McLaughlin with him. Still Rees. Battling his way through. He was brought down. Could well be a yellow card for Sean Taylor, who left his leg trailing as the tiny figure of Reese looked to dart past him. And he certainly dived into the tackle then, the Swindon captain, so a caution for him. And a free kick for Pompey in a precarious position here. Taken quickly by Durnin. Wonderful save by Digby. They're almost caught off guard then. Rescued by the athleticism of Digby in making the save. Didn't he get down well? It's run through from McLaughlin. Now Burton. Simons has kept going down the middle. Preki and Pethick over on the far side. This is Preki. Couldn't evade the challenge by Adrian Vivash. Oh, this is useful. Pethick, Burton! The second goal, and that may now confirm Swindon's relegation to the second division. They were torn apart then. Some excellent work down the flank. Pethick had time to look up and he slid it right into the path of Burton. And well, he couldn't really miss from there. Pethick, who did so well. And Burton was left unmarked in the middle. Nyholt. Beecham. Looking to stretch Kit Simons. Pulled it back in towards Thorne. Beaten away by Alan Knight. A courageous challenge by Peter Thorne. Knight did so well to keep it out. Pulled back by Beecham. In goes Thorne. Very bravely too. Here's Thorne and Worrell off Simons, then to Pittman. And Worrell! Oh, it was a golden opportunity for the young man on his debut. Ben Worrell found himself in the clear here. They were a bit untidy at the back, Pompey. Burton. Oh, Taylor got caught out then by McLaughlin. McLaughlin's away here, is he? No, it was... There's a Digby to the rescue. And that rather sums up Swindon's day. The final whistle to signal that Swindon have been relegated for the second season in a row. Steve McMahon tripping off a dejected figure. Deon Burton with the second goal for Pompey after Preki had given them the lead towards half-time. Final score at the county ground, Swindon 0, Portsmouth 2.
Whatever team you put out has got to show commitment. And okay, I don't mean commitment in going around and kicking lumps out of people. I mean the will to win. Or the fact that you don't want to get beat. Okay, if we're going to get relegated and we're getting beat 1-0 and we're getting beat 2-0, okay, well, okay, let's go down fighting. Let's make sure that we got a bit of passion. And let's say, well, I'm not happy about getting relegated. Let's do something about it. I didn't see that. I didn't see that today at all.
Has it been that hard to instill that kind of desire in the players then?
You can't give people that. And that's what I said afterwards. You know, it doesn't matter how much you try, you can't give people commitment. You can't give them bottle, you can't give them whatever you want to call it. But they should have personal pride. They should have personal pride in themselves. And I don't know, it baffles me at times, it really does.
Well, Mark, emotive stuff from Steve McMahon, but what's he got to do now in the summer to try and turn things around there?
Well, I think he needs some players. I mean, that's stating the obvious, really, Will. And, you know, whatever you say about Swindon this year, for my money and for most people who haven't really seen them play, if you sell your best player, i.e. your leading goal scorer, and people say, well, he didn't score many before he left, but if you sell your leading goal scorer and do not replace him in any way, shape or form, then you've got a chance of being relegated, and that's exactly what's happened to Swindon this season. Poor old Peter Thorne's had to plough a lone furrow up there for him. I felt sorry for him, and the lad has only been there a matter of weeks before Fjortoft left, so all of a sudden he's the main striker and really should just be bedded in, and he's basically played up front on his own. Gooden's played alongside him, but he's not really a main target man or a main striker. And it's been difficult for Thorne, but he'll need somebody to play alongside him next season for starters, plus some other players. And yesterday, really, Portsmouth were well in control, weren't they? From what we've seen, they were most totally in control for most of the game, and this was the worst nightmare, of course, wasn't it? Complete mix-up between the two central defenders, and Preki, with all the skill and ability he's got, he's not going to miss from there. It's just a mix-up, lack of communication, call it whatever you will. Again, it's a bit symptomatic in the way Swindon's season's gone, and Preki past Digby, and that was 1-0, and Swindon were always going to struggle to come back into the game from them. They had a mountain to climb, didn't they?
And they certainly paid the penalty, because then came the second goal, but by then I think we all knew they were down.
Well, I think that, and I think players know that they're down as well, and they hear the results from other places. And it's Pethick, he got past Taylor, lovely little cross, and there's the boy Burton at the far post. Yeah, he looks about 14, doesn't he? I'm sure he's got school tomorrow morning, but...
I think even a 14-year-old could have put that one in, mate.
That's right. Lovely little 1-2, wasn't it? And Pethick looked up. There you go, trying to stick that way in, son, and certainly he did. But I think there's next 2 or 3 months in the summer for Steve McMahon can be very, very busy.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see how it develops. Thanks a lot, Mark. Well